have a dog, you have a family member, a friend. You have a friend, one friend who you care about at least. Maybe you have a family member. Maybe you have a dog. Seriously, like something you care about. Could be anything that brings up a sense of care. Like even if you have like a plant in your room and you care about that plant, or you have a painting and you care about that, some sense of care. What if that thing you care about, that person, what if they were feeling what you were feeling? What if they were going through the exact same situation? And what would you say then? What would you tell them? What would you advise them to do? What would you guide them? If you're, let's say you've got a great relationship with your mom. That's great for you. Let's say you've got a great relationship with your mom, you care about her, you imagine that she is depressed. She is just down on her luck, she's beating herself up. What do you say to her? You say, "Mom, listen, you know that you're competent at work. You know that. You know that you just got to be strong." You'd say something to her. I don't know exactly. But the point is that we oftentimes have the wisdom within us, but sometimes it gets blocked. But if we advise someone else, right? It's not us, it's someone else in the exact same situation as us. If we advise them, all of a sudden we can access our inner wisdom. If you care about a sibling, what if your sibling was feeling really, really anxious, right? What would you say? Hey, you got to go walk for 15 minutes. You got to go get that anxiety out of you. You got to, or you'd say, hey, it sounds like you need to just take a bath right now. Sounds like you need to just listen to some music, push your mind off work for a little bit, whatever. Maybe your dog, you can imagine your dog feeling, um, like a rebel. You can imagine your dog being like a rebel, right? Arr, arr, arr. Dog, what do you need right now? And you can imagine him saying, woof, 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 I need to get out and play or something. You could you could use your imagination to get outside your own head and give that object, that something you care about, that caring image, tell it what it needs. Take a guess. You know, you have the wisdom within you. So the next stage in journaling is sort of to start getting deeper, right? By this, you're probably writing down food. You're probably writing down feelings in your body. You're probably writing down some more feelings and noticing your trigger points, noticing what cues you to overeat. Um, we're gradually making our way into those thoughts, into those beliefs, getting them out on paper. And so right now, we're just really getting what do I need out on paper. It's hard to get out what your needs are. So if you're stuck on what your needs are, try this exercise. Really try to get out this stuff on paper. It's remember that brain connection, that left and right brain, it really is difficult to translate, this stuff onto paper. It really is, from that emotional right side of your brain to translate it across into language on the left side of your brain and writing it down. It's difficult. It really is difficult, but it's a great muscle for you to flex. Whenever you try to write down, hey, my dog needed more boundaries, and you try to express that in on paper, even if you struggle a little bit, just the act of writing down something like dog boundaries, I need more boundaries, something real, real simple. Does not need to be complicated. Dog boundaries, I need boundaries, right? That you got. See how we did that right there. You got outside your head. Dog, what did the dog need? Boundaries. I mean, this is silly, but get outside your head, right? Don't think about yourself, think about the person you care about. It's an exercise in compassion from Kristen Neff. Dog boundaries, you figured out what you need. You need boundaries. You need to say no. You need to say no. There's some things you need to say no to. Um, yeah. And then hell, sometimes those blockages come up, right? So you just figured out what you need. You needed to set a boundary. If there's any blockage there too, like for some reason you think in your head, I can't set a boundary. I'm not strong enough. I don't deserve to set a boundary. Getting that we'll cover more later on how to get how to get those thoughts out onto paper, but feel free to get started right now writing down like what comes up when you connect with your emotional needs, because remember, things are going to come up. We're going to expect that some blockages, some negative thoughts, some limiting beliefs, they're going to come up. We expect that, right? I mean, we expect that. So when you connect with what you need, it's normal for there to be a resistance, a limiting belief around it as well. This video is really just about connecting to what you need and starting to get that on paper. And then just this little warning, this little watch out for those limiting beliefs, because they're part of this whole thing. We might not quite be there yet, but we're getting there. And that'll be it for today.